What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Joyfully Married After Podcast Live, where we are here on this beautiful Tuesday.
But who you with? You with Heath and Tracy.
Heath and Tracy in the DMV, coming to you live on the MC, on the MIC. How about that?
On the MIC. We usually show up here on Monday nights, guys, but we're going to do a double duty tonight on Tuesday. And then right after the show, we're going to talk about Tech Tuesday.
Two shows.
So we'll have two shows tonight, guys.
Two
So
shows.
right now, if you have any questions about marriage or relationships, type it in the comments below.
Marriage and relationship time. Get ready, get ready.
So today we're talking about habits, about 7 habits exactly, that are sabotaging your relationship. You might not even know it.
You done Lord working 3s and 7s.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to talk about 7 things that you don't want to do.
No, you don't want to do these 7 things.
If you want to have a good relationship, if you want to have a beautiful marriage, if you want to have a blissful situations that you're dealing with every day, don't do these things.
Don't do these things. And if you're new to a relationship or just need direction in building a legacy, listen in.
Yes, because you can find us on your favorite audio platform. We do have a podcast called Joyfully Married After.
Joyfully Married After.
And if you listen to Spotify, it's on there.
It's on there somewhere.
If you listen to Google,
just put in Joyfully Married After.
Wherever you listen to your podcast, we got you.
Okay.
You can get into it. And if this is your first time here, I am Heath.
And I'm Tracy.
Tracy and I have been married for over 30 years. We are certified marriage counselors, HBCU grads, and parents of 4 young adults. Yes.
Yes, we know.
We're also the founders of the Marriage Money Mindset community. So you can go to heathandtracy.com and check that out.
If you want to listen or find the Joyfully Married After podcast, you can go to heathandtracy.com.
That's correct.
Or anywhere that you listen to your podcast. Also, hit subscribe here to catch us every week.
Yep. You got to get the notification bell, right? You subscribe and like and all those cool
things. Does that bell work, y'all?
The bell works. The bell works.
You think the bell works?
I know the bell.
Okay.
I know the bell works, but you got to be subscribed or it don't work.
Yeah, just check it out.
And if you're new here, definitely type new you down in the comments. We'd love to meet you and chop it up with you after the show. So definitely let us know if you are new to the Heath and Tracy show. And welcome to Joyfully Married After with Heath and Tracy. Welcome back to Joyfully Married After with Heath and Tracy, where we are coming to you live from the DMV here on this beautiful Tuesday.
We're getting ready to record.
Yes.
So what you're going to do is just listen in while we're recording. And then afterwards, we can jump into any Q&A that you want to talk about. But it'll go a little bit shorter this evening because we got another show right after this one. Okay.
Double show.
And just go ahead and type your questions in and we'll get to them.
If you have any questions for us relating to relationships.
Yes. Tonight is relationships. So that's what we're talking about tonight.
Type your question, type your comment. Let us know what you want to talk about. And we'll make sure that we get to that right after the podcast.
Right. You ready, babe? You got any question?
No, I think I'm ready.
You ready? Okay.
Let me see. Let me see what I'm going to say. Okay.
You ready?
Okay, go. Want to get... All right, take two.
Take two. Ready?
Want a great relationship? Don't do these things. This is the Joyfully Married After podcast, episode 75. You gonna do it again? I gotta say 73.
So it's 73.
73?
Yeah, we have a 75. We're out of order a little bit. Bear with us. Ready?
Okay, cool.
Go.
Want a great relationship? Don't do these things. This is the Joyfully Married After podcast, episode 73.
All right, I like that one.
Thank you, baby.
I like that one.
Thank you.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
We're going to talk about 7 things not to do. 7 things not to do if you want a good relationship. How about that?
So these behaviors may not seem like a big deal on the surface, but some therapists say they can really damage the bond with your partner over time.
It's like the death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah,
right.
It's draining that love tank.
Oh, you don't want to do that. You want to make deposits into the love bank, not withdrawals.
Yeah, and some unhealthy relationships have behaviors. Some unhealthy behaviors in relationships are very, very obvious, right?
Yes,
Things like yelling and screaming and
you old
cheating.
so-and-so.
Yeah, that's those habits aren't good either. Trust and believe, but understanding that there's some little things that can damage the relationship in the long term, right?
Absolutely.
And they may be hurting your relationship secretly. So what's the first one, babe? Number one,
you ignore your partner's interest.
Yeah, it's normal, healthy even that you have different interests from your partner, right?
People are different. People have different things that they enjoy.
Yeah, but just because you might like one type of music and your partner likes another type doesn't mean that you have to run out the room every time they turn it on.
It's like, babe, I love jazz. Why are you playing this pop?
You can't do that. You want to take an interest somewhat, maybe find a song that you like and that you can listen to together and celebrate that. Because what it does is you're acknowledging that you accept them and you accept things about them that are different from you.
That's so powerful, right? It's sort of like, hey, I know that you enjoy this kind of music, even though it's not my jam, it's not my thing. I'm going to sit here and listen and spend that time with you, and it shows that I'm engaged, and that I'm willing to be fully invested in the things that you're interested in as well.
Right, exactly.
So important.
So you don't have to enjoy the same thing, but simply just listening and conversing about it, and that's just a little support. I think that's great.
Absolutely.
Do we do anything like that, babe? Do you have something that I don't? Oh, I know. Like, I like to watch reality TV. I like to watch reality TV show.
Yep.
Y'all know something about that. And he doesn't. But every now and then,
I'll sit down and watch.
He'll sit down and watch it with me. He'll say, now, who is that? Now, what's going on with that? And that'll be the extent of it. And I'll have to explain it to him. But that gives me joy.
Right.
That gives me a little bit of joy. And with him, he is an ESPN nut.
Wow.
I call it men yelling.
Wow.
Right? I call it men yelling.
And that's because, when guys talk about sports, right, they have to make their points, and sometimes their voices get elevated. And so Tracy perceives that as men are yelling.
Right. So I listen. So, that's how we do it. What's number two, babe?
You don't say thank you for the small
This
things.
is big. You voice your appreciation when your partner gives you a great gift or, plans a huge weekend or takes you to your favorite restaurant, but you don't acknowledge the small day-to-day things. Right. Thank you so much. Heath has been doing such a good job he's downstairs all day in his office, and so he uses the kitchen almost more than anyone.
I do.
And so he has been doing such a great job with clearing it and making sure that the dishwasher is free, so when people come down, they put their dishes in the dishwasher and the dishes don't pile up in the sink all day. So I love that, and I just want to say thank you.
Yes,
Another thing that he does is every night I have to have water throughout the night. I get parched in the middle of the night, and I like to have my water jug right there on the nightstand. This man makes sure that I have it full.
Yes.
He'll come to bed after me sometimes, and even if he does, he'll check my water to make sure that it is full or that I have enough water to get through the night.
And it's high quality H2O.
It's high quality H2O. You're right, baby. It's high quality H2O. And so the thing about it is that's the little thing that I really, really like. And I have to say thank you.
Yes.
I have to say thank you.
And it's just like you making my plate for dinner or something, and you just put it down. I'm just like, crickets.
Right. Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
You can't be cricketing.
No.
So good relationships are not about grand gestures all the time. They're built and maintained through small everyday moments. And I think we can really get caught up in these grand gestures, especially with this age of social media. And you see people whisking people off to the Grecian islands and they're hanging out on the end of the yacht. And oh, he bought her a $5,000 purse or a big whatever, some red bottoms or whatever. That is okay, you know, but at the end of the day, are you saying thank you when I do the little things? Don't take your partner for granted.
It's the little things, y'all.
Right. And it's also a good way, I think, to reinforce behaviors that you want to keep seeing.
No doubt.
I think that's super important.
We train people on how we want to be treated.
Most definitely.
All the time.
Absolutely. So say thank you to the little things.
Boom.
Right?
There you go.
What's number 3?
You've gotten lax about your personal hygiene.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a big one, y'all. So skipping the occasional shower isn't a big deal, but when foregoing basic grooming becomes a habit,
Right.
it can get in the way of intimacy.
That's right.
And it becomes a source of conflict in your relationship. Not brushing your teeth, not showering, not shaving.
Yeah.
It's inconsiderate.
Yeah.
It's inconsiderate. Don't get in my bed with stinky feet.
If I take a run, if I take a jog or something, I come back and my beard's all got sweat all in it, and I'll take a shower and I get in the bed. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's not cool.
That's not cool.
You know, or y'all know you get in the bed and you smell something. Get your butt up and get in the shower. It ain't gonna take but a minute. And
it also goes for intimacy, right? And so when you're having those intimate moments, you want to make sure that the hygiene is on point,
right?
Because it's so integral to the things that you're doing in life.
Yeah, if you eat something for lunch that has a odor to it, garlic or onions or something, go get a mint. You know, because your partner doesn't want to be around, you know, smelling that, trying to have a conversation with you. It's not sexy.
Yeah,
it's not sexy.
I had Altoids on deck. When I used to work at the last place I worked before.
Yeah, Altoids on deck.
Before my current role, I had I would keep Altoids on my desk.
Yep.
And I called it my Altoid ministry. So anybody in the office, look, if you just felt like you needed something, you always knew, hey, walk by his desk, he got one.
Right, exactly. So the thing about it is, just because it's your partner, just because you love them, doesn't mean they want you stinky.
That's right.
You know, no stinkiness. And other thing worth mentioning is that if your partner is exhibiting signs of not taking care of themselves, they could be manifesting a mental health condition, right? So that's going to carry over into your relationship.
Right.
When they're feeling worthless, you know, talk to your partner and say, hey, what's going on? Don't just ignore it. Don't just say, you ain't think about it. You know, say something to them, and maybe that brings them out of their funk.
Check on them. Ask the questions. Probe a little bit. Make sure they're good.
What's number 4, dear?
You criticize your partner instead of asking for what you need.
Oh, this is a big one. You know, this is a big one. Criticism is when you complain in the relationship and you express it, right? Through, as a character flaw.
Yeah, it's sort of like you know, you're going through the issue of, hey, maybe your partner's being inconsistent about doing the dishes.
Yeah.
Right? And you say, you don't never do the dishes. Every time I come down here, the dishes not done, the kitchen looks crazy, so that is going to put your partner on the defensive.
Exactly.
That's not what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Right? You want to, hey, are you okay? Was anything going on? Any way that I can help?
Right. Why are you always late for dinner? Why can't you be on time? That's so inconsiderate. You know, it's criticizing them.
Right.
And it's going to put them on the defensive immediately. And it's not positive.
And if you come at it a different way, it's, oh, babe, thanks for mentioning that. You know, I've been working a little too long at work, and I didn't really understand that was impacting you and how you felt about me. So let me make a note and let me do a better job starting tomorrow as it relates to the time that I'm leaving work so that I can get here on time. Boom. I'm not on the defensive. She just made me aware.
Right.
And because I value my relationship, then I'm going to respond in a way that is going to show that I have empathy toward how she's feeling.
Exactly. So over time, these types of harsh words can hurt their self-esteem,
right?
You know, and it creates an emotional, cavern between the two of you. So if you want your partner to do something differently, make a specific request to change the action. Right. You know, remove the judgment. We always say, remember to say things in love, right? If you feel disregarded, don't tell me you're running late. I need you to call ahead of a time so we can plan dinner accordingly.
Right.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Absolutely.
What's number 5, babe?
You don't maintain a life outside of the relationship. I think this is important, right? Especially for people, in today's world, people are getting married later and later in life.
Right.
And so what happens is you establish yourself as a person and you have your interests and things that you enjoy doing. And so as we get into adulthood, of course, we're all different people. And so maybe one person enjoys hiking and one person kind of enjoys being around the house. Maybe one person enjoys swimming. And maybe the other person doesn't really get down with swimming.
I try to get him in the pool. Nope, I don't want to come. But we do have lives outside of this.
Right.
He likes to take a walk. I let him go take a walk. Go take a walk. He knows all the neighbors. All the neighbors know him. They probably wouldn't know me if I stepped out the door. So, but it's okay.
Right.
It's really okay. I don't encroach on things that I know he loves to do.
Yep.
And he doesn't encroach on things that he knows I love to do. It's very important to maintain some type of separateness, especially when you live somewhere, especially now. People are working from home, like both of us are working from home now. We're literally in front of each other every single day. We eat lunch, but we don't eat lunch together. I've got meetings, I've got stuff to prepare for just like he does. I'd say we practice it that way with our work lives. You can't become too enmeshed together.
Yep.
It puts a lot of pressure on your relationship. Maintaining the relationship at all costs can become the objective because neither partner has a separate life, or support system to fall back on. It can feel like everything in your world will end when your relationship does.
Yeah. And one of the things that's been unique for us is that we've always enjoyed one another's company. And so
I love your company. I do.
We probably spend more time together than some people, but
yeah, we do.
At the end of the day, we always counsel people on the fact that you have to do what works for your relationship.
Exactly.
Don't get caught up in, hey, this is traditional roles, or these are the things that you should do together and these are the things that you should do apart. You need to do what works for you and your relationship. So always keep that in mind.
Yeah. And so you want to just make sure it's important to have time that you spend apart on a regular basis, right?
Right.
You're different people. Develop different hobbies. Do things differently. Have different friends. That's a good one to keep in mind. What's number 6, love?
Check your partner's phone without asking. Have you seen the commercials? Well, have you seen
I think that's so weird.
The memes or these things where the woman says, "Hey, let me see your phone.
Okay.
I need to check it." And then the husband gets up and he goes in the room and he gets his suitcases.
Oh
and
yeah,
leaves.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
Oh, but the point is we're all adults, right? And so you have to have space. You have to have some guardrails around the things that you do and that you agree to. And so I think that it's important just to understand and validate one another's feelings before you just all right, let me rummage through your underwear drawer and let me see your phone.
But let me say something about checking the phone. Sometimes I have to use Heath's phone because he has a different app on it, or I need to see something different on it. And let me tell you something, it's so irritating. His icons aren't where my icons are. His stuff is in a different order. He doesn't have some apps I have.
Because it's mine.
Because it's his phone. So I don't even get the whole wanting to look through somebody else's phone.
Right.
You know what else he doesn't do? And y'all might think something about it, but he has so many work calls on his phone. He doesn't have am I telling on you?
Yep.
Okay.
That's all right.
He doesn't have names associated with the phone numbers. It's just not a big deal. I'm not concerned. Just so you know, I'm not concerned.
Yes.
But it's just irritating to me.
Okay.
If somebody calls me one time, I'm changing the name. I know who that is when they call me. I like to know.
You're locking them in.
I like to know. He doesn't care who's calling him. It's just different. We're just different. So I don't even like to look at his phone because it's just irritating. But picking up someone else's phone while they're asleep or they leave it in the car and they run in the store, it's just not cool.
Yep.
If you're reliant on accessing your partner's phone to confirm their faithfulness, it's a reflection of a large lack of trust within the relationship. It's not reasonable right? It's just not a reasonable thing for people in a relationship to want to, not maintain their privacy and their autonomy.
Right.
And that's why he laughs whenever I pick up the phone, because he just knows I'm going to give it right back in a second. He'll say, yeah, look at my phone. I'll be like, no, I don't have time to be trying to figure out your phone.
Nope.
So, if you're having that inkling to look at your partner's phone without their permission,
Whole separate issue.
it's a whole separate issue, and you are sabotaging your relationship.
Yes.
Resist the urge. Resist the urge. Move on. Find something else to look at.
Yes.
And what's the last one?
Making promises you can't keep.
This is a big one. Keeping your word, even when it comes to the little things, goes a long way. Honey, I'm going to get your car washed this week. Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to make the appointment for the car service.
Ooh.
Things like that,
Ooh. Ooh.
It's super important
Yes.
to keep that promise. Like I asked you to find another lawn person.
You did.
Right? And he did it. I had to keep asking.
He asked me a couple times.
But it's not like he said, I'm going to make sure. And
Right.
Because he knows better.
Yeah, I was working.
He
I was,
baby, I'm working too. What you talking?
I be working hard.
Okay. But anyway, y'all get my drift.
Right.
You don't, keeping your word, even when it comes to the small things, is super important, right?
Yep.
When you have a habit of saying you're going to do something and then you blow it off,
that's not good.
it's not good. Whether it's conscious or unconscious,
Right.
it can really drive a significant wedge between you and your partner, and it can happen over time, right?
Yes.
It can take a number of forms, from following through on taking care of a lease expiration on their car, like I said, to finishing or installing, something in the family room, like hanging up a something that wants to be hung up, like what's behind us. That's only part of what's going on the wall, y'all. So you know,
It's gonna be beautiful. They'll get to see it on Vlogmas.
I know the pod people can't see it either, but just understand that try to set reminders to complete important tasks in your phone, or writing them down or something.
Right.
And if you don't follow through, explain exactly why you were unable to follow through.
Right. At the end of the day, you want to keep your word, and it's said that if it's not important to your partner, then you probably shouldn't do it at all.
Exactly.
Right. And so the idea is that if you ask me to do something, or if I commit to doing something, then you're looking for it to be done.
Period. So we're gonna go through the top things that are probably sabotaging your relationship. Number 1, you ignore your partner's interests.
Number 2, you don't say thank you
for the small things. Number 3,
you've gotten lax about your personal hygiene.
Number 4,
you criticize your partner instead of asking for what you need.
Number 5,
you don't maintain a life outside of the relationship.
Number 6,
you check your partner's phone without asking.
And number 7,
you make promises you can't keep.
Okay.
And that's the 7. So, you want a good relationship? Don't do this stuff.
All right.
Boom. Podcast done.
Podcast done.
Did y'all enjoy that? Did you think that was cool?
What y'all
we
think
got
about
something
that?
to acknowledge over here.
Here we go. How do I do that? I forgot how to do it.
757 trucker.
Okay.
Coming
I
through
drive
with the super
trucks, so I'm gone for at least 14 days compared to 2 months at a time, like I used to. It helped our relationship when it came to space, but hurt when it came time to spent with each other. Yeah. So the thing you have to do is be very specific when you get back home.
Yep.
Like, make things habitual when you get back home. Like, you're gonna do certain things, or you're gonna go certain places, or they're gonna make a certain food for you, or you're gonna make a certain food for them, or you're always gonna bring home a certain gift. What you have to do is make it almost like an event.
Yep.
you have to make it an event for that first 24 to 48 hours to really, really hone in the celebration that you are back home.
Yeah.
And then while you're away, there are things that you can do to keep that flame alive. You know, I would video call on a regular basis. I would share little thoughts throughout the day.
Yep.
Fill your phone with sending text messages that you really, really want them to know and think about you, because you're taking care of business. Right. Yeah, it's tough not being home, but I assure you, they appreciate the fact that you're taking care of home.
Yeah, I mean, that is, I mean, we could almost do like a whole separate conversation on these kinds
of
these kinds of roles that take you away from the home for an extended period of time, and then you're back home for an extended period of time, right? And so there's a certain dynamic that goes along with that. People in the military, right? People that are in the trucking and logistics business, all of these kinds of, there are a lot of similarities in those things, and you touched on it, baby, right? That constant communication, or finding ways to be empathetic about the time that you're away in communication during that time,
right? And
then being very specific and intentional when you return, right? And so the other thing that came to me when I was reading that post was that I would almost want to do like a vlog.
That's a good one.
And so now they can experience what it is that you're experiencing, right? I'm on the road. I'm seeing this. This is the scenery. Hey, this is this truck stop that I just rolled up on. Hey, these are some kind of cool things that I'm listening to on the radio. Or you know, this is some of the CB chatter, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, right? Talking about the load that you're carrying,
right?
Or,
exactly.
Or whatever it is. I think there's some things that where you can open the door to your life and what it is that you're doing when you're away from the home, and they can feel connected to that and experience that, right? So whether it's in kind of the format of a vlog or like a Snapchat, right, where it's kind of scene after scene after scene of all these different things you're doing. I think there's some creative ways that you can communicate with your loved one while you're away that they would find value in and feel more connected to you.
I love that, babe. Those are good. Those are good. Reality doll. Hey, welcome to. Are we live? Yes, yes. We are live. I know you can't really trust it sometimes, right? I understand. We are live, and then Tech Tuesday will be right after this.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Tech Tuesday in a minute. Because there was somebody else that was asking about that, right? That was earlier.
Yeah, it was Agent 007. What's up? My favorite people are back. We are great. We are feeling better. This is going to be the last live show of the year. And then you'll start seeing daily postings from us starting tomorrow.
Yeah, 007. So we're doing a double show tonight. So right now we're doing the relationship component, and then we're going to get into Tech Tuesday.
So make sure you turn on those notifications.
Boom.
Okay. Nope. Tech Tuesday will be in about 20 minutes.
It's coming.
About 20 minutes. Regina Hutchinson. Hey,
Regina.
girl.
What's going on, Regina?
You reside in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay,
you love. Oh, we love you too. Okay, yes, we will be doing more of this. Like I said, we're taking a break for December just to spend time with friends and family. You can catch us every day during Vlogmas to check out just a little bit of lifestyle going on. And then starting in January, we'll pick it back up every Monday night at 8 p.m. for Joyfully Married After. You can also.
We also have a relationship playlist that you can check out too, right?
Yes, we do. If you check out Heath and Tracy TV and Joyfully Married After, you'll see the relationship playlist there too. Okay. She also said he's awesome
like,
on the water and dish. This is so nice. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
Thank you, Regina.
You.
We appreciate you.
And you are correct. Yes, the daily tasks matter. You are correct. Say thank you for the little things, people. Regina, she know what she's talking about, doesn't she?
She knows.
She knows what she is talking about.
Thing out there in San Antonio.
And don't forget that hygiene.
Please
understand. And don't forget the hygiene, y'all.
It's so important.
Okay. Very, very important.
Yeah. Got to keep it clean out here.
So I know this was a shorter show, but we're going to roll into our Tech Tuesday coming up here. It's going to start in about 30 minutes. And if you have any other questions, let's see, you can drop them down below. That was right. Wash your biz. That's right. right. Yes, we love you too. We love you too. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Beautiful love and good vibes out to you,
And
Regina.
if you like what you see, guys, hit that like button. Hit the like button and then share it out. Let everyone know that you just listened to a live recording of Joyfully Married After the podcast.
Yes.
Leave the buttons alone.
No, I wanted to press the button.
What button for what?
I was trying to press the. I was trying to press the one that was clapping. It was this one.
Yeah, I told you to write what you want, baby. He likes these buttons, and I don't have them marked, so he just. But we appreciate you. Those applause are for you.
So
we know you can be anywhere right now, and you're here with us.
Okay, so are we going to wait for 30 minutes, or we just want to go right into the other show?
No, we're not going to go right into it. I don't want to drive my editor crazy.
No. But I'm saying when we break, are we going to come right back on, or do you want to pause for?
I need a pause.
Okay.
I've been doing this for a little while now.
Queen Tracy, the super producer.
I need a little bit of a pause.
We need to take a pause for the cause.
So, like I said, we'll be back at about 8:50.
Remember that dude used to play saxophone in our coffee bar?
Yeah, we used to own a coffee bar in our old life, guys. We owned a coffee bar in Fayetteville, Georgia.
And my man would come in, he would play his saxophone.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was just so cool. And
then he'd play his set, and then he'd go, yes, we're going to take a pause for the cause.
We're going to take a pause.
We'll be back. We'll be back in 30 minutes.
We'll be back in 30 minutes.
I can't remember that guy's name. He was funny, though.
Yeah, but
he had like a real stoic personality, but he could play that.
Oh, he could play that sax.
Yeah.
Ooh, child, you bringing back memories of the coffee bar. Let me tell you something. If you've ever owned a retail business, a retail food business,
y'all know what it is,
and met a payroll on a weekly basis, shout out to you. We can relate and we know what it is.
Shout out to the entrepreneurs out there.
Yeah, I think that coffee bar is why we have jobs.
Look, that's the real world MBA right there.
Yeah, people talking about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a thing now.
Yeah.
But trust and believe, you will be working.
A little bit of that WORK.
Yeah, you will be working. So understand. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be here again starting in January, but catch us every day starting tomorrow for Vlogmas. We'll come to you for about 10 minutes or so. We'll be posting clips from all of our lives for this past year. So there'll be a lot of new content popping up on the channel.
Yeah. Heath and Tracy TV.
Heath and Tracy TV. So just set your notifications for it. And that's it.
And we're gonna come back at 9:00.
We'll be back at 9:00.
Okay, so for all those who are interested in Tech Tuesday, we're gonna come back with some
Tech Tuesday.
Some
will be
content.
starting in about 30 minutes.
So just jump back on with us. And remember, stay connected to God, stay connected to your family, and stay connected to your spouse.
Or your significant other.
All right, we love you, Heath and Tracy.